Good morning guys. Today I am with a FAT PS3. I have just received it and he gave me an extra HDD. I think it has no HDD, yes. So power cable is connected and now we will check after turning it on. Yes, it is on YLOD. Let's check it. First check for the YLOD errors. The YLOD errors are due to any one of the power supply that is not working well, just like these GPU power supply and these two FATs, two coils and two token capacitor are for CPU power supply, and some supplies are here 1 and 2. These are for GPU RAMs, and some power supplies are here, this one, and this one. This one is totally 12 volt, but these two are for the CPU RAMs and for these two RAMs. So I think we must check first the power supplies. Are they fine? I think I should have people down there. And I need this on off button for this. Yes, and here is the cord, and now I will turn it on. Red standby light is here, and here I need to connect a ground with my motherboard. For this I have one. The ground is connected here. Yes. The combination of red and green becomes orange, so that we observe a orange light whenever this fault occurs. Here is one thing, that HDD light is blinking, so it should be a power issue. For that we must check the powers. First we will check for the CPU power, GPU power. GPU power here. Yes, it is in order. Yes, and this one it is some sort of distorted. Okay, now check for the CPU power. At this point it is fine, and this one is also fine. You can observe that sometimes it's take 1.5 seconds longer than it gives it different timings. Now let's check for this power. Here it is. Yes. Now check for this power. Yes. And now check for this power. Yes. And for this power, all powers are fine. So now let's check for the components. We should check for the components that are related with the powers, because I will disconnect this. Power supply. So this power supply is distorted, as you observe in oscilloscope, due to these two capacitors. They are not present here. So we must install capacitors, and there you can see some sort of mishandling on this board. I will show you. There is a capacitor that is misplaced from its place. It should be here, but it is not properly fixed. Someone has mishandled it. Okay. If one or two capacitors is not here, it would be no problem. But these capacitors must be in place here. At this point I checked, and there was a distortion in oscilloscope, and also on this point. But these two power supplies were fine, because two token capacitors are installed, and on the back side of this board these two capacitors are also installed. So why he removed these capacitors? He removed these capacitors so that to fix the YLOD problem, but YLOD problem can be due to many reasons. So we must check for these reasons. So first of all, we will check for these filter resistors. Here it is 2.4 ohm, fine. This one 2.4 ohm, fine. On the CPU side it is also fine, and this one is also fine. Now at the back side of this board there are some other resistors, filter resistors, things like this. It is 2.7 fine, 2.5 fine, 2.5 fine, and this one 2.5, that's fine. And now we must check for this power supply. This power supply, it is around about 2K 90 ohm, yes, and this one 2.2, 2.2, 89, and these are must be 2.2 ohm or 1 point something, 2.2, 2.2. This power supply is fine. And now come to this power supply. This resistor 0.3 ohm, it's good. This one is 0 ohm, and the output clocks from these resistors 43 ohm, which is 43 or 47 ohm, it's fine, and this one is also fine. So these are two FETs, two more FETs like this one and this one. We must check for the biasings of these FETs. It is good. And this one, it is good. And there are some resistors that are controlling these FETs. 6K 33 ohm. No, these are not related with this one. Okay, now go for the thermal circuit. 99 ohm, 99 or 100 ohm, and this one is 47 ohm. Yes, 47 ohm. This one is 99 ohm. Yes, and around about 100 ohm. Yes, this one is 47 ohm. Good. So guys, circuit is relevantly fine. So we must install these capacitors because this power supply is not well filtered. It has a lot of distortion in signals. Let's try it. So now we have to scratch it from the center line . Okay, fine. Now let's install them on the board. Here it is the ground area of our board, and this one is the positive side, and also this line is positive. So we must keep this capacitor like this, so that the positive, this color, white gray color you can see here at the corner of this capacitor is given its polarity. So we must keep this capacitor in this sequence, positive side at the positive side and the negative side to the ground portion of our board. Same like here, we will put it like this in the opposite direction, this way, so that the positive terminal of this capacitor should connect to the positive side of our board, and the negative one must connect the ground side. So we must install this capacitor in this sequence. Let's do it. I hope they are fixed. Now I need jumpers. I need jumpers from these positive poles to this positive pole, and from this positive pole to jump this positive pole, because the ground is common for all capacitors, but we must short these positive poles with each other for all capacitors. So let's do it. Here and from here, so that it could not be short, cause a short circuit, like this and like this. These jumpers must not be above this surface of this capacitor. It should be like this. You can see here. and it is all wires are down the capacitor level. Fine. So now we must check it. After fixing it on our fan and heatsink assembly, then we will check either we have been successful. So the paste is also dried up. For this I always use this WD-40 . I also apply some WD-40 on this side. On this processor too. That's enough. Now I will fix it here. Now we must check it with the HDMI cable. Here it is the HDMI cable inserted, and now guys, let's check it. Here is a standby light, and I am going to turn it on. There must be a display. Maybe I need to reset the display. For this, I have to keep this button pressed for a more one beep. Yes. And now it must be on HDMI. My LCD must be on an HDMI, and here I hope we can see the display. There should be display YLOD. Oh my god. Yes, we have. Now for check for the resolution, enter. Yes and yes. Hard disk was not found because hard disk console is empty. So guys, as you can see that its hard disk console is empty. We must install the software and hard disk in it. So guys, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope that this video will be helpful for my followers. to rectify the YLOD fault. Thank you. Goodbye.